Welcome back to MADMAN Review. The AK-47, born out of Soviet ingenuity, has had a long and tumultuous history as one of the most iconic firearms of all time. While its simplicity and durability have made it a go-to choice for armed forces across the globe, there are some variations on the classic design that are so strange and outlandish, they might just blow your mind. As we delve deeper into the armory of the AK-47, let us take you on a journey through the weirdest and most unexpected iterations of this legendary weapon. From sleek, futuristic models that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie, to bizarre contraptions that seem like they were cobbled together by mad scientists, we'll explore the farthest reaches of AK-47 innovation. So, buckle up, armchair generals, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the world of the AK-47, where the only limit is the imagination of the designers who have dared to push the boundaries of what a weapon can be. Number 7. MADSEN LAR. The MADSEN LAR may have been born in Denmark, but it's got a little bit of Soviet flair thanks to some sneaky AK-47 components hidden inside. Don't be fooled by its unassuming exterior. This rifle is like a secret agent, with a layout that's similar to other rifles of its time, such as the Gram 63 and the Valmet M62. But what sets the MADSEN LAR apart is its almost exact replica of the AK-47's gas piston self-loading system, bolt, and dust cover, all expertly adapted for the NATO cartridge. It's like the rifle equivalent of a mullet. Business in the front, AK-47 party in the back. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and the MADSEN LAR didn't quite live up to its potential. It faced tough competition from other rifles like the FN-FAL and the Heckler & Koch G3, and ultimately lost out to the Valmet M62 in Finland. But hey, at least it's got some Soviet swagger to fall back on. The MADSEN LAR had some AK-47 DNA, but that didn't stop it from trying to take down its competitors in the rifle game. It faced off against heavy hitters like the HK3 and FN in Western Europe. It even tried to sway Finland away from their Kalashnikov-based Valmet M62. But alas, the MADSEN LAR just couldn't hack it in the reliability department. Its thin wooden buttstock was about as sturdy as a house of cards, and some of its firing mechanism components were just too darn complicated. It's like the rifle equivalent of that one friend who always tries too hard and just ends up embarrassing themselves. In the end, the MADSEN LAR was rejected by all the nations that tested it, including its own native Denmark. It's like the ultimate rejection letter, but instead of a college admissions office, it's from the rifle industry. Ouch. Number 6. IPI Malyuk. The Ukrainian Malyuk, also known as a Vulcan or Vulcan M, is like the hip new cousin of the classic Kalashnikov assault rifle. Developed by the Ukrainian arms company Interpo Invest or IPI, this bad boy boasts a bullpup layout that's sleek, modern, and ready for action. But the Malyuk didn't come out of nowhere. It's actually the result of years of trial and error. It's based on an earlier attempt at a bullpup rifle called the Vepr, but the designers learned from their mistakes and made some key improvements. Made from lightweight polymer materials and chambered in 7.62 by 39mm, 5.45 by 39mm, and 5.56 by 45mm NATO, this rifle is versatile enough to handle whatever the job calls for. The Malyuk got its big break in 2008 when the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense took notice of the prototype rifles that had been provided to the Security Service of Ukraine. And in 2015, even then President Petro Poroshenko gave his seal of approval. Production was a collaborative effort between the Electron Corporation, who provided modern manufacturing equipment, and the Krasilev Assembly Manufacturing Plant. The Malyuk may have been a newcomer in the rifle scene, but it wasted no time in making a name for itself. It debuted at the Arms and Security Expo in Kiev in 2015, and quickly caught the attention of military enthusiasts worldwide. The rifle was even showcased at the International Defense Industry Fair in Istanbul and the Azerbaijan International Defense Exhibition in Baku. In 2016, the Ukrainian army got their hands on 200 Malyuk rifles and conducted limited trials to see what this baby was capable of. It turns out it was capable of a lot. The Malyuk saw action in the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, with Special Forces units, the National Guard of Ukraine, including the infamous Azov Battalion, and the Ukrainian Territorial Defense Forces all using it on the front lines. Even the Rapid Operational Response Unit got in on the Malyuk action. Number 5. KHYBER Handmade Bolt-Action AK Lookalike. The KHYBER Handmade AK is like a work of art, if you're into postmodern bolt-action rifles, that is. At first glance, you might mistake it for a full-length AK, complete with a Bren gun magazine, but as you take a closer look, things start to get a little strange. First of all, the entire weapon is handmade from scratch, using no scrounged parts. That means the magazine and bolt, which look like they were lifted from a Bren gun and a P-14 Enfield, respectively, were actually created specifically for this rifle. And while the gas tube may look impressive, it's entirely decorative, with no actual function. The cleaning rod is also fake, too short and too wide to actually fit down the barrel. But perhaps the biggest mystery surrounding this rifle is its caliber. It's cruelly marked as 7mm, but the barrel is larger than 7mm in diameter. This doesn't match up with any of the typical cartridges used in the region like 8mm Mauser, 303 British, or 7.62x54R. It's like a game of what's in the box, but instead of a prize, you get a confusing firearm. Despite its quirks, the KHYBER Pass handmade AK is a testament to the ingenuity and skill of the traditional armament producers in the region. The craftsmanship is exceptional, given that it was all done in a clandestine armory. However, the poor mechanical tolerances of the magazine and bolt locking tabs, as well as the misaligned front sight, suggest that this rifle might be better suited for display purposes. It's like a piece of functional art. Beautiful to look at, but maybe not the most practical choice for a day at the range. Number 4. AK-107. The AK-107, also known as the Balanced AK, is a Russian assault rifle that takes the Kalashnikov operating system to a whole new level. Developed in the mid-1990s as a less expensive alternative to the AN-94, the AK-107 features a balanced operating system designed to eliminate felt recoil and muzzle rise. This system uses a recoil-reducing countermass mechanism with 2 operating rods that move in opposite directions, providing balance to the rifle. The upper rod has a gas piston facing forward, while the lower rod also has a gas piston. When fired, gas is tapped from the gas port to enter the gas tube, driving the bolt carrier to the rear and the counter-recoil upper rail forward. The reciprocating parts are linked and synchronized by a star-shaped sprocket, eliminating felt recoil and enhancing accuracy. In addition to its revolutionary operating system, the AK-107 has a 3-round burst capability, along with semi-automatic and fully automatic firing modes. External differences between the AK-107 and its predecessors are minor, with modifications such as a modified ejection port, a much thicker operating rod cover, and a rotating latch in place of the traditional Kalashnikov button at the rear of the receiver cover. The AK-108, a version of the AK-107 chambered in 5.56x45mm NATO, and the AK-109 chambered in 7.62x39mm, are also part of the AK-100 series, which uses synthetic materials like black fiberglass reinforced polymer for the pistol grip and heat shield, making them more cost-efficient and stronger than the original AKM/AK-74 wood furniture. The AK-107's revolutionary design has made it a popular choice among the Russian military, with its enhanced accuracy and control during fully automatic fire. Relatively expensive to manufacture due to this system, and therefore not very practical for distribution in tens or hundreds of thousands of units to an armed force, the AK-107 and its derivatives are currently some of the most innovative, precise, and easily controllable long guns in the world. Number 3. KOROBOV TKB-011 and TKB-022. Meet the KOROBOV, a fascinating creation born from the minds of German gunsmith Alexandrovich KOROBOV in the 1960s. This bullpup rifle is the culmination of KB-011 and TKB-022, 2 prototypes that were designed to be possible replacements for the AK-47 and AKM rifles, and they were regarded as fierce competitors to the AKs of the time. The KOROBOV features a plastic casing and a bullpup design, which made the rifle half a kilogram lighter and 35 centimeters shorter than the AK-47 and AKM rifles. These changes made it a more manageable firearm, particularly with a 7.62x39mm cartridge, which made the recoil more manageable in automatic fire. Additionally, the prototypes had 3 times the accuracy of the Kalashnikovs they sought to replace, making them an attractive alternative. Unfortunately, the KOROBOV never saw the light of day, as both prototypes were rejected by the Soviet Army due to their very radical appearance and the questionable durability of their plastic casings. Nonetheless, the KOROBOV remains a captivating piece of firearm history and a testament to the innovative minds that continue to push the boundaries of firearms technology. Number 2. Avtomat AO-63. The AO-63, a double-barreled Kalashnikov rifle, was designed in 1984 by gunsmiths Serva and Simono, along with Peter Katcher as part of the Avakan program, aiming to provide the Soviet armed forces with an assault rifle that could maximize the accuracy of its soldiers and serve as a replacement for the AK-74. The AO-63 utilized a double magazine of 45 rounds with a 5.45x39mm cartridge, which made it highly accurate and reliable during military tests. With a firing rate of up to 6,000 rounds per minute, this incredible rifle was one of the most competent competitors in the program. The double barrels, gas pistons, and auto-loaded rounds with a single trigger allowed for 2 shots to be fired with no time difference, allowing users to hit a target with 2 projectiles in a single action. Despite its impressive features, the 063 was later rejected from the program for reasons that are still unknown, and the victory was awarded to the Nikonov AN-94. Today, the 063 is displayed at the Kalashnikov Museum in Russia and remains an intriguing piece of weaponry history. Number 1. AMP-69. The AMP-69 rifle, developed by FEG in Budapest, Hungary between 1970 and 1985, was a weapon designed with a unique purpose in mind. Although the rifle appears to be fairly standard on the surface, it is the weapon's firing system that sets it apart from its counterparts. Unlike other rifles that require additional equipment to launch grenades, the AMP-69 was specifically created to shoot grenades without the need for any additional devices. It uses 10-round magazines that are adapted to accept only blank cartridges and not conventional bullets, and it has a special device at the end of its barrel that ignites the blanks to launch anti-tank, anti-personnel, luminous, or gas grenades. The gases from the blanks are directed into the propelling system of the grenades, allowing them to reach distances of up to 420 meters. The AMP-69 rifle also has a telescopic sight graduated specifically for use with rifle grenades, as well as a spring-loaded handguard and buttstock to help the shooter control the massive recoil of each shot. The rifle was developed with the leadership of Karoly Zada, FEG chief engineer, and was similar to the basic AMP-65, but with changes made to comply with National Guard and police specifications. The rifle features a special optical sight mounted above the receiver and a shock-absorbing tubular butt that can be folded to the right side by pressing a slotted head catch under the receiver behind the rear pistol grip. Serial numbers appear on the left side of the receiver, and selectors are marked in customary Hungarian style. Despite its unique capabilities, the AMP-69 rifle saw relatively limited production and was discontinued in the late 1980s. However, it is still in use today in both Hungary and Middle Eastern countries. The rifle's specialized firing system, coupled with its ability to launch a variety of grenades without additional equipment, makes it a valuable tool for those in need of such capabilities. The AMP-69 is a remarkable rifle that has become popular for its launching attachment that could fire a BG-15 40mm anti-tank hollow charge or fragmentation anti-personnel grenade launcher with a firing range of up to 420 meters or 1,375 feet. The AMP-69 was adopted by the Hungarian military on August 2, 1974, and by the Ministry of the Interior in 1975 for police, border patrol, and other uses. It was also capable of firing tear gas grenades and was equipped with an AMP-69 bayonet. During the Lebanon War, U.S. forces reportedly captured several AMP-69 rifles, and after extensive testing, U.S. inspectors concluded that the quality of the AMP-69 far exceeded the Russian and other AK-47s.